Hey guys, the Franchise Goat here, and welcome back to NHL 20 and the Boston Bruins franchise mode. This is episode number 3 of Bruins franchise, and today we're going to begin the regular season. We're going to start the first regular season game of the year against the Dallas Stars in Dallas. Just a quick look at our calendar for the month of October. As you can see, some teams have already played. But yeah, we're going to get right into this game against Dallas. We're going to play it. And I will just give you a heads up. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but unfortunately there were some issues with the footage from this game. They were really bad. It was really badly corrupted by the Elgato. This hasn't been a problem with any of the other footage from that night. I'm not sure why it happened on this game, but it did. So unfortunately, I'll be showing you the highlights. I apologize for the problems with the footage, but yeah, it wasn't great. You'll be able to see a little bit of the goals, but yeah. So I'm really just showing you the basic highlights. I'm not showing you a full highlight video because I don't want you guys to have to sit through this for the whole time. So yeah, here we go into opening night of the 2020 NHL season for the Boston Bruins, a Stanley Cup favorite preseason. So just about 5 minutes into the game, and we have scored our first goal of the year. David Krejci on the second line gets the goal. A shot by DeBrusk from the top of the slot gets deflected. Krejci has a backhand, and it's an excellent shot that beats Khudobin, former Boston Bruins goaltender himself. Beats him high to the blocker side, and the Bruins lead 1-0 here early in the game. Krejci from DeBrusk and Carlo on the first goal of the season. And as you'll see, that was all she wrote for the first period, as the Bruins will take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission. Pretty good first period by the Bruins. We really came out the better team in this game. First period, we were far and away a better team. You can see 1-0, 1-0 after 1 over Dallas, in Dallas, at American Airlines Arena. There's the stats for the first period. We doubled them in shots. They actually had slightly more time on attack, but our passing was excellent in this first period. So yeah, just like that, we are going to head right into the second period. And as you can see, the footage is still a problem. Unfortunately, it was for the whole game, but we'll get as much as we can out of it. As you see, a quick save. So now, nearing the midway point of the second period, a delayed penalty. However, the Bruins are going to score. While that delayed penalty is happening, you'll see it better here. A shot that by Corrali was saved by Khudobin, but the rebound comes right out to David Pastrnak, who basically has a wide open net. And one of the top goal scorers in the NHL in real life is not going to miss that. David Pastrnak is on the board in 2020 with his first goal of the season. And just like that, the Bruins lead 2-0 as Pastrnak scores from Corrali and McAvoy. However, as you'll see, the Dallas Stars are going to come right up the ice and answer almost instantly as Tyler Seguin gets an excellent cross-ice pass, and Dallas is on the board. Ironically, the former Boston Bruins prospect gets Dallas on the board for the first time in the season. And just like that, our 2-goal lead has been cut right back down to 1. As you saw, a nice pass across the center of the ice, and a good finish by Seguin from Kleinberg and Heiskanen. So yeah, that was 2 goals in a matter of seconds here in the second period. As you can see, near the end of the second period, again, just about 2 minutes left, as Charlie Coyle is going to put an excellent pass right on the stick of David Krejci, who is going to bury that for his second goal of this game and his second goal of the very short season. David Krejci, beautiful pass from Charlie Coyle, right down the center. Krejci made an excellent move to the center of the ice, and that's a pretty routine finish for David Krejci, right one-on-one with Khudobin. He wasn't going to miss that. So the Bruins we get our third goal of the game here late in the second. Um, David Krejci from Charlie Coyle and Brendan Carlo. And I'll let the clock run down here at the end of the second period. As you can see, another solid period for us. We entered the period with a 1-goal lead. We leave the period with a 2-goal lead. And that's mainly what I'd like. I'd like to see us improving throughout the game. I thought our quality of shots got better. We didn't take as many poor shots in that period. As you'll see, the whistle will sound, and the Bruins will take a 3-1 lead to the locker room for the second intermission. This footage is terrible, by the way. As I watch it back for the third time, it's just really annoying that this happened. Hopefully, it won't anymore. There's the stats. As you can see, Dallas caught up in shots, but we had a lot more quality shots in that period. As we scored twice and they scored once, and that's what matters the most. As we're going to begin the third period here with a face-off, and we take a 3-1 lead to the third, hoping to save it. As you can see, not much happens in the third as we're already near the end of it, trying to score on the empty net. However, the puck is taken off of us and put back into the Bruins zone, just about 10 seconds away from a victory here in Dallas to open the season. And just like that, Tuukka Rask makes the save. 4.8 seconds left. That should just about wrap up this game as we lead 3-1 in Dallas. Dallas hoping for a miracle at this point, which is very unlikely. However, off the faceoff, a quick shot, and the rebound is picked up by Jamie Benn, and he scores Dallas's second goal of the game. Jamie Benn, excellent finish there, as Dallas makes it 3-2, but with only 1.1 seconds. That shouldn't mean really anything, because after the faceoff, the game will end. Though Jamie Benn from Heiskanen and Perry. And as you see right off the faceoff, that's it. The Bruins win Game 1 of the season. They go into Dallas. Really solid game. Second line played excellent. David Krejci had a pair of goals. And a really, overall, a very solid game from our Boston Bruins. And a good way to start off what is hopefully going to be a very, very promising season for us. As you see, those are the final stats of the game. Dallas got a lot of shots back in the third, but a lot of them weren't quality shots. So, yeah, solid win for the Bruins, and we'll go back to the main screen. So we are going to simulate forward a little bit. I want to place more games in this franchise than in some of the others, just because we are a title contender this year. Like, this is our year to go win it. So we're going to simulate a couple games up. I think the next game we're going to play is going to be the 19th against Toronto, because that should be a good game. And as you'll see, we simulate pretty quick in NHL 20 as we're flying through. And we didn't get off to the best start ever, and certainly not bad, but I would have liked to see a little bit better. 4-2-1 isn't the end of the world, though. And we have a chance to make it 5-2-1 against Toronto, who ironically is 5-2-1. And that's just a big board. We'll look at it later. Not very important right now. And as you can see, we will have a chance to go up against the 5-2-1 Toronto Maple Leafs, one of Boston's biggest rivals, after the Bruins have handed them multiple very painful playoff losses in the past couple of years. We're just going to take a quick look at some of the stats before we go, because I know this was a short episode with the problems with the footage. In the future, this won't happen. We won't have crazy short, like 10-minute episodes like this. And as you can see, just going to fly through here. 7 games played. 9 points for the Bruins. We're 4th in the Atlantic, but very early in the season, doesn't matter that much. 314 goals for per game. It's not horrible. Not great, though. I'd like to see that get a little bit higher, which hopefully it will. I have confidence that it will. See Buffalo scoring 5 goals a game. Buffalo simulates so weird in this. But to be fair, Buffalo plays really weird in real life. Like, you can never tell if they're a good team or a bad team. Like, it's really weird. Goals against, 2.43. I can live with that. Again, like to see it a tiny bit better, but that's certainly doable early in the season. We have two good goalies though, so that expect that to continue to go down through the season. Here's where we've been struggling. The power play percentage at only 10% and penalty kill at 83. That's okay. Power play needs to come up though. We have one of the most stacked power plays in the NHL, so the power play absolutely needs to come up. And I think I see a problem, and that was that the first line is not really getting it done. Marchand only has 3 points in 7 games. Bergeron and Pastrnak have 4. Second line's playing well, though, and picking them up. But again, early in the season, so these stats will even out over time. So I'm not all that concerned. Looking at morale real quick, looks like all the morales are fairly high, as they should be for the beginning of the season. We're a Stanley Cup contender. Everyone knows that. We're 4-2-1, so certainly not a panic or anything. We've won more games than we've lost. So we will get into the game against Toronto in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And in the next episode, I'm going to see if I can actually get 2 games in, depending on how quick they go. But hopefully you will see 2 games. I have not decided what the second game is, but we'll figure it out together in that episode. So take care.